Alright, hit the button. Yeah, I'm going to try multitasking. Fell into another camera, and here, I'll take some pictures with it. It's not a great camera. I mean, it's kind of an old camera, but it was a great camera when it was a new camera. Canon PowerShot Pro 1 or something. Anyway, heavy though, heavy. Only 8 megapixels, but I figure I will take some pictures with it. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I did. Took a picture. Got the zoomy thing and everything. You know, dude, I guess I'll extend the lens. It's weird. Yeah, you turn it and it motorizes with this kind of, you know, manual motor. I don't get it. Anyway, subject of the video. Take a picture of birds. Yeah, they're going to be sort of random pictures, I guess, right? Yeah, that's what they're going to be. Oh, that's zoomed in. Yeah, I don't know if I like that much. I think I'll zoom back out. Yeah, I like that better. It has a little screeny thing, but yeah, I'm not going to use it. Save the battery and such. Anyway, whoa. Yeah, I really haven't taken photographs because, you know, this whole video thing's preoccupied me. I used to take pictures. But anyway, yeah, take pictures of the crap in my way. Yeah, alright. Objectivity and absolute. You know, I've talked about these words before. Different words. Birds. Meaning different things, you know. And people keep trying to tie the two words together. They're not the same thing. You know, we can talk about what we see of the world from a clean perspective. An objective perspective would mean a perspective that is gleaned of our biases, and that is, one would hope, complete. I don't know if it has to be objective. It just has to be clean. It has to be unadulterated by our subjectivity, our personal perspective. And so in a way, you'd almost say it would have to be complete because it would have to be positionless, as if it had no position, as if it had every position. If we were going to take the word completely literally, oh, that would be good for the zoom. Yeah. See if I can zoom. Oops, wrong way, Gary. Yeah, see if I get a picture of the deer. I don't know, though. It's just a doe, a deer, a female deer. Come on, lens. Go back. It's not doing it. Yeah, I broke it. Mom, it's broken. Yeah, well. Come on. There it goes. Need time. Alright, sorry. See, this multitasking thing is just always bad news for me. Yeah. Boy, I don't remember the path being this bad. Yeah. It's only been 2 days and it seems much worse. Anyway. Okay, where was I? Yeah, objective and subjective and all that kind of crap. Yeah, so yeah, ideally objective, taken completely to its more precise definition, would be the ultimate perspective. Now we've hit ultimate, which is another funny word. You know, then you got universal. You know, like universal truth, or absolute truth, or objective truth. Now, so obviously, like I said, these words are different, but they're sort of tied together, because the objective point of view is essentially the universal one, the absolute one, the best one, the completest one, the everything one. So let's just deal with the word absolute. Can we say something is absolutely true, or can we say it's established? That's the way it is. We certainly can as individuals. I mean, I can be utterly and completely convinced of something, and you know, I'm just not going to pussy out on it. I'm going to say that's the way it is, and I am quite certain. And if I'm ever proven wrong, well then yeah, I'll lock myself in a closet forever, because my senses are totally unreliable, or some kind of crap like that. Yeah, berries. Well, that was interesting. A little flash popped out. Yeah, it's kind of sunny out. Really shouldn't have needed one of those. It was kind of, interesting. Just did that all by itself. I didn't need my help. Put it that way. Alright, where was I? Yeah, so absolute, universal. Universal sort of implies that, you can apply it to everything, everyone. That there's just no way to avoid it. There's no place the universe doesn't touch, so to speak. So what's the standard? That's what people are arguing about, really. Is what's the standard for our absoluteness? And what's let's say, how far does that standard go? Do we go to war over it? People have believed it's worth it. It's a thing worth defending. It's so absolutely true. It needs to be defended. It's just got to be done. There's just no way to avoid it. And for other truths, they'll fight or risk different levels of their welfare. And I'm going to argue that I have a right to do that like everybody else. There are things I'm just totally convinced of. And it popped out again. The flashy thing, it couldn't be a bluer day. Seems kind of bizarre. Well, that's an interesting tree. Maybe less of this here lensy thing. Come on, go down. Yeah, I really don't like the zoom on this thing. Kind of laggy. Yeah, like made by the Stickam people or something. Alright, where was I? Alright, it's just the standard of what convinces us. And when can somebody legitimately say to some other human being, that's the way it is, fucker. I mean, you can believe whatever the hell you want, but you're wrong. You're stupid. You got it way wrong. And because you got that thing wrong, you're a complete fuck-up. I mean, I think these are legitimate statements for people to make to each other. And it sort of hits upon a religion and all this other crap. I mean, these religious people, of course, are able to do it because, they just say, God touched me. I have empirical proof. Empirical is a tricky word. I have, unassailable proof. Okay, you can't touch my proof because it's personal. The UFOs came down, they talked to me. There's just no doubt that they exist because they came and they talked to me. Yeah, right, I can't argue with that. But then we get into these arguments about our fallibility and the fallibility of our conclusions. And when can we make charges about someone's fallibility? We're all, I suppose, subject to the argument. But, if you're going to call somebody delusional, or you're going to use that as an excuse to say they don't know what they're doing, well then you probably should have some evidence of past behavior or some other element of failure that would justify the conclusion. Smelly dog. What are you doing? Retards. Anyway, it's cold out here. This could be a stifle. This camera's heavy. I'll take a picture of the camera. Whoa. Here, let me see. Appropriate background. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway. Fallibility. So this is the focus of the argument, really. This is where it all comes. This is it. I mean, we're just talking about our fallibility and who's got a more reasonable position. Because the reason to argue that somebody is wrong really doesn't take any more. I mean, it's the same authority almost as arguing, that you're asserting something. The counter argument is, to some extent, on a flat field, has the same burden. I mean, obviously, it depends on the claim the person's making. Now, if the claim, it's always easier if somebody's making a claim from something that is totally personal, like the claim of UFOs, and I talk to them because, yeah, that's subject to, well, you know, human beings have pretty weird experiences, and they're often have nothing to do with reality. So you got to be careful there because, yeah, people are really unreliable witnesses. Wow, this camera is totally useless if you switch hands. There's just no way to hold it. You know, I suppose this will work. Anyway, where was I? Let me take a picture of the path. Yeah, these moving while I'm taking pictures is probably not going to work out too well. But anyway, these nice blurry pictures. Should take video, test the video capacity. Yeah, maybe I'll do that later. So anyway, so reliability. So it's an argument from like whose assertion, who's dependent. So your dependability is going to be an element of the argument, and then the personal nature of your evidence. You know, how skewed by something overtly or directly only experientially encountered by you, kind of a thing. So it's completely subject to the argument that, well, you know, that's just kind of bullshit. There's no verifying evidence, no other witnesses to the whatever, the miracle or whatever. And usually through those two things you can weed out most crap. You know, because you just say the people are lying, you know, because they don't have character and credibility. And a lot of religious people are liars, of course. Or you just make the simple argument, you don't have a validating or verifying witness, so you're full of shit. Witness anything specific. See, some people sometimes see something, like everybody sees a flash. And some people call it a fire. And some people call it a spark. And some people call it, well, somebody was walking in the woods with their flashlight. You know, and, you know, they opine. They add to what they saw. And they add way too much. And so they invalidate through aggrandizement and whatever the word is when you do that adding crap thing. You know, yeah, I don't have that word on my hand. I don't have it on my hand. Oh, it's going to look like pyro. Yeah. Yeah. Cup full of meat. Jesus. Fucking A. Anyway. Fucking A. I don't know why I'm saying that. That's when all these damn Canadians screwing with my head. Yeah, I gotta get that out of my fucking head. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, credibility. Alright, and then, yeah, and then it's the nature of the claim. Is the rest of it, essentially. It's just the nature of the claim. Where does the claim have some sort of element to it that just can't be, that isn't very tangible, that isn't very common to our experience, you know, that we can't really connect with, that we can't really easily go there mentally and test it out in our own minds. So if I have a theory that basically defines this as a DNA molecule replicating mindlessly, you know, without purpose or direction, and incessantly, just perpetually, just because that's what the chemistry does. Just like a fire burns. This is what it does. No magic, just a burning fire. The burning fire of DNA replication. And so it just consumes sunlight. The different organisms fiddle with it, and it produces blue and orange and yellow flame. And we're just part of that colorful pageantry of the fire that burns. And as long as there's wax on the wick, as long as there's fuel in the can, it will flame. And so, yeah, it's this crude, kind of brutal, kind of just harsh, flat, straight, plain description of what we're doing. And it's in the context of this argument that this suffering thing is really bad, and that the pleasure thing is mostly frivolous, trivial, subjective addiction satisfaction. That your pleasures are basically made out of a sense of comfort created by taking away your tension and your stress and your fear and your worry. Like right now, I'm just kind of down because, I got all this work I got to do and all this stuff, and I don't know if I have enough time to get it done. And people will be disappointed, and they'll make sad faces at me, and then I'll feel bad. And I have these little concerns that are blighting me. Now, if I could get good and distracted, those concerns might become quite irrelevant. I could just say, oh, who cares? I could be so distracted where all of that tension that exists in my subconscious about just even living, like my worry about how I'm going to die and all those little subconscious gears that are turning. We escape that. You have a sneeze and you're escaping. You have a little bit of romance and you're escaping. You watch a good movie and you're escaping. You read a good book and you're escaping. You're escaping that subconscious tension because your mind is being occupied by a whole different kind of train. A train that isn't tied to your reality. That isn't tied to necessarily to your body. Isn't tied to all your history and all your other crap. It's just floating off towards some little island paradise, or at least a game that isn't related to the game you're currently playing. You're off playing another game in another world. So that's the argument. Now, there's nothing hugely complex in there. It's just conceding that there's some psychology that keeps us playing, that life is just kind of bullshit. It's made out of nothing. It accomplishes nothing, satisfies nothing. It's just a fire burning. Doesn't need to burn. Period. And now, you just say, well, why shouldn't I be confident? Why shouldn't I look at the facts and say that's exactly where the facts point? They don't point anywhere else. There's no other arrows that are tending to go that way or tending to go that way. The only other arrows are in the contrivances, in the bullshit, made up by other people. Where they attempt to tell me, no, it can't be that way. And they got nothing else, but that's all they got is the no, it can't be that way. It's not that way. I feel like there must be something else. I don't feel comfortable with that truth or some other crap that I can't do anything with. Why should I temper my confidence in my description of reality because you don't like it? Because it doesn't feel right to you. That's supposed to temper my brain. That's supposed to tell me the picture's wrong. It's inaccurate. It's false. It's fake. It's been distorted by something. Where's the room for the distortion? I haven't made any bold claim. I've merely drawn rational, obvious conclusions about what I see. Not complicated. There really aren't any great picture moments here. But who knows what I got, right? Could have something incredibly, it could have. Yeah, right. I can't even find my path. Anyway, sorry, this is kind of a little bit of a waste video. But, you gotta do those now and then. break up the monotony. Yeah, gotta move on from the junk video to the waste video. They can't all be junk. Gotta do some waste. Trip home would probably be better, because the sun angles will probably be better. As the sun falls, it does get kind of interesting shadowies and such. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so yeah, I think I have a right to draw conclusions as a brain. We do it all the time. You do it. You can't deny you don't do it. You want to put murderers in jail. And you're pretty comfortable most of the time with who's in there. And let's quit fucking around. I think life is stupid. Preposterously stupid. A huge waste. Most valuable stuff in the world being wasted. In the universe being wasted. And completely for no good reason. And it's only logical for me to fight that waste. Or try to stop that waste. With every little weapon I have. Thank you very much. Till next time and such.